Hi, my name is Teddy.onserio, and I'll be the DFC investment advisor covering East Africa. That's Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, and Burundi. I was born and raised up in Nakuru in the Rift Valley region of Kenya. I later moved to the US to study economics at Williams College before beginning my career on Wall Street as a leveraged finance banker at JP Morgan in New York. Having worked for a couple of years, I moved to the impact investing side at the Open Society Foundations. Here, I was responsible for creating a strategy around investing in smallholder farmers, and this work primarily centered in sub-Saharan Africa. Agriculture is one of the sectors that really gets me excited. We have long known that agriculture is the backbone of various African GDPs, and that's really true. In East Africa, for example, agriculture accounts for about a third of the different countries' GDP and employs more than 70% of its workforce. If you add the competitive advantages that we have, with the tropical climate and the fact that some resources are only available in the region, this gives us a very favorable economic moat that, if we harness properly, can drive a lot of value and create a lot of employment opportunities. I joined the DFC because one, it is very clear that Africa is a strategic or priority region for them. And this is emblematic also with the fact, for example, that the first two equity transactions ever for the organization were in East Africa. In addition to that, having worked with many entrepreneurs and fund managers, I have come to appreciate that investments do not exist in a vacuum. Therefore, you need resources. Some investments, for example, would need technical assistance for them to be better prepared for investment capital. Some investments would need enactment of new laws or amendment of new laws that would support the investment, that particular investment. DFC has a variety of investment tools: debt, equity, political guarantees, and technical assistance. But also, alongside DFC, we have several US agencies that we can partner with to provide the supporting environment for our investments to thrive. So I'm quite excited about that. Here at the DFC, one of the things that I'm very excited about this new role is the fact that we have a very wide mandate. On one end, I could be working on a transaction that's $2 million in a growth stage startup. And soon thereafter, I could be working on an infrastructural investment that is worth hundreds of millions of dollars. That's a rare opportunity and comes with a lot of responsibility as well, but one that I am very excited about. In terms of opportunities that we have in the African continent, one word that I can use to describe the African continent is just growth. We have all the factors of production, or at least majority of the factors of production there and in plenty. We have a very young workforce, a continent of 1.2 billion with over 60% being the youth. We have an abundance of natural resources and raw materials, most of which we are not yet getting the ultimate value from. So all we need at the moment is really to create the physical or invest in the physical enabling factors. For example, expanding of roads, building of ports, etc. And all these are opportunities that are waiting to be seized as investment opportunities. I would be remiss if I don't say that in Africa at the moment, all these economic indicators that are favorable for investments are useless if we do not have robust institutions. There has been increasingly a number of progressive leaders who are making tremendous progress in forming institutions that would promote development, curb corruption, and really foster the rule of law. This is a great display of constitutionalism, and I'm hopeful that Africa is just bound to grow further and further. So this is really is a good time to be investing on the continent. Thank you.